Hey, Lily Wong here, and this is Fly with Lily podcast. Life can throw us unexpected curveballs of all kinds, from the loss of a loved one, career change, or family problems. For me, it was the loss of my mother and my marriage. The worst experiences of my life led to the most euphoric learning experience and life journey I ever could have imagined. My journey let me dive within myself, overcome my fears, drop disempowering beliefs, and remove mental limitations. From motivation, language learning, business, nomadic life stories, or world travel, to just plain dropping your baggage, Fly with Lily podcast offers the inspiration you need to open yourself to this world of opportunities without limits.
The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. Perhaps what truly brings people close isn't shared happiness, it's shared pain. After leaving Reykjavik, the city disappeared from the rearview mirror almost immediately. Outside the window, an endless white snow, white sky, the occasional small wooden cabin, like stray pieces of a child's building set, dropped into a painting by accident. Palli drove. I look out of the window, and somehow, without planning to, we started talking about the past. Maybe people are more honest when they travel, or maybe there's something about an open, empty snowfield that makes it easier to let your guard down. I told him I'd been married, and I told him how it ended. I didn't go into detail. I just said, very quietly, that after my ex-husband's affair, I felt like my whole world had collapsed. Divorce isn't just losing a person. It's losing the future you thought would always be there. For a while, I barely knew who I was anymore. In the end, I chose to leave. I left the home I loved for 7 years. I left the familiar life. I started traveling alone. Travel didn't heal me right away. It just gave me a little new scenery every day, enough to find the strength to get through one more. The car went quiet for a moment. Palli didn't rush to fill it. He just looked at the road ahead. After a while, he said softly, "I understand." And then he told me his story. He had once given all his trust to one person. They lived together, raised 2 dogs, and opened a tattoo studio side by side. And then everything broke apart. Not just heartbreak. There was betrayal, violence, and the loss of everything that built together. He said it calmly, so calmly that I could tell it must have been once hurt enormously. I didn't ask for more because I know some wounds don't need to be reopened. Being understood is enough. In that moment, I had the strangest feeling. The world is so large, and yet here were 2 people from completely different countries, sitting in the same car because of the same kind of wound. Perhaps what truly brings people close isn't shared happiness, it's shared pain. The car kept moving forward, outside still white in every direction, but somehow my chest felt a little less cold. By evening, he brought me to a small local restaurant. Wooden tables, warm amber light, the windows fogged with condensation from the cold outside meeting the warmth within. No tourists, mostly Icelanders coming off their shifts. Palli said the seafood chowder was excellent. I looked at the menu. 1,990 Icelandic krona. I did the math immediately. That's nearly what I spent on several meals in Spain. Palli laughed. Welcome to Iceland. I laughed too. That's travel. Sometimes it's not about being unwilling to spend the money. It's about starting to understand that every place has its own cost of living. And that bowl of piping hot seafood chowder slowly pushed out of the cold that had settled into my bones since morning. After dinner, he suddenly asked, Do you want to go swimming? I blinked. Now? He nodded. This is what Icelanders do. I would later come to understand that Iceland's swimming pools aren't really swimming pools. They are more like the community living room, a place to soak after work, catch up with neighbors, exchange news. Real socializing in Iceland doesn't happen at bars. It happens in hot pools. Changing rooms brought my first real cultural shock. By regulation, everyone must shower completely naked before entering the pool. I stood in the shower area feeling a little self-conscious. Almost everyone around me was blonde and blue-eyed. I was the only one with black hair. It hit me clearly. I had traveled to the other side of the world. Outside, -8 degrees, but inside the hot pools, it felt like a warm embrace. We moved from pool to pool, soaking slowly. The hard part wasn't getting in, it was getting out. Every time I stood up, it felt like a test of willpower. The cold air hit. I scrunched up into myself and ran in 2 small steps towards the next pool, careful not to slip. Palli watched me struggle and laughed the whole time. I laughed right along with him. It turns out you can shiver and feel completely happy at the same time. At some point, floating in the warm water, I told him something I'd never said to a stranger before. I said I once had feelings for someone 9 years younger than me, but I never said anything because I was always too conscious of the age gap. Palli looked genuinely puzzled. Why? I smiled. Because I'm a woman. He shook his head slowly. In Iceland, no one would think less of someone for that. Age is just a number. What really matters is whether you can laugh together, talk together, live together. I didn't answer. I just sat there quietly in the warm water. Stream rising, sky darkening. And in that moment, something shifted. What had held me back all these years wasn't age. It was me. Some journeys take you to see new places, and others take you back to see yourself. I was beginning to believe that Iceland had given me the second kind. If you like today's story, please remember to subscribe Fly with Lily, the Iceland podcast series. And the next episode, I'm going to talk about we both don't want this date to end, so we go to another place. So stay tuned and you will find out where we went.
This has been another episode of the Fly with Lily podcast. So what now? go to flywithlily.com to download my gift for you to help work on your abundant lifestyle, or contact me directly for a consultation. This show takes a lot of work and planning, so if you enjoyed it, please consider a 5-star review on iTunes, following on Facebook and Instagram at flywithlily, or come up and give our crew a hug on the street when you are on your journey. Thanks for listening, and remember, life's curveballs can be your best opportunities.